I don't have the strength to sit up anymore. The ceiling above me has become very familiar. Cracks, shadows, the way light moves across it as the day changes. I used to measure time in years, then months, then weeks. Now I measure it in moments. I'm 82 years old. And if you're listening to this, wherever you are, whatever age you are, I want you to know something first. I'm not speaking from regret. I'm speaking from clarity. Because when life gets quiet, when the noise fades, when ambition, comparison, and fear loosen their grip, what remains is truth. And I want to give you that truth while you still have time to use it. The illusion of time. When you're young, time feels infinite. You say things like, "I'll do it someday." "I have plenty of time." "I'll slow down later." I said those things too. But time is not what you think it is. Time does not move evenly. It speeds up when you're distracted. It disappears when you're waiting. And it vanishes when you assume it's guaranteed. Here's the truth I learned too late. You don't lose time all at once. You lose it in small trades. You trade years for approval. You trade health for productivity. You trade presence for planning. You trade now for later, until later never comes. I thought I was building a future. What I didn't realize was that the future was quietly becoming my past. So let me give you something simple. If something matters, don't postpone it. If someone matters, don't assume they'll always be there. And if your life feels rushed, it's because you're living in your head instead of your days. Time isn't short. Attention is. The lie of someday. Someday is the most dangerous word we use. Someday I'll travel. Someday I'll tell them how I feel. Someday I'll live the way I want. Someday feels responsible. But it's often just fear wearing a polite mask. I waited for the right moment to speak honestly. I waited to take risks that scared me. I waited to rest, as if rest had to be earned. And I'll tell you something no one tells you. The right moment rarely announces itself. It whispers, and if you don't listen, it passes. Life doesn't punish you for moving slowly. It simply moves on without you. So if there's something you keep delaying, ask yourself, am I being patient? Or am I being afraid? Because courage doesn't arrive when everything is safe. It arrives when you move despite uncertainty. Redefining success. We need to talk about success, because I chased the wrong version of it for a long time. I thought success was being respected, then admired, then needed. I thought it was being busy, being productive, being impressive. But none of that is what I think about now. Not the titles, not the numbers, not the recognition. Here's what success actually feels like. At the end, did I live in alignment with who I truly was? Did I treat people with kindness when it cost me something? Did I allow myself joy without guilt? Did I love without keeping score? Success is not what you accumulate. It's what you don't sacrifice to get there. If your success costs your health, your relationships, your peace, it's too expensive. And no one at the end says, "I wish I worked more." They say, "I wish I was more present. I wish I listened. I wish I didn't rush." What actually matters? Let me tell you what matters, plainly. Not opinions, not trends, not what looks good from the outside. What matters is how you speak to people when no one is watching. Whether you forgive or carry bitterness like a badge, whether you let yourself be loved, whether you notice the ordinary miracles, sunlight, laughter, silence. Life is not made of big moments. It's made of small, repeated choices, choosing patience over reaction, choosing honesty over image, choosing presence over performance. And here's something important. You don't find meaning. You practice it. In how you eat, how you listen, how you rest, how you let go. Relationships and regret. I remember faces more than achievements. I remember voices, shared meals, long pauses in conversation that didn't need filling. I also remember the people I didn't call back, the arguments I let harden into distance, the apologies I rehearsed but never delivered. Pride is heavy. Forgiveness is light. If there's someone you miss, reach out. If there's something you need to say it simply. If there's love, don't ration it. Love unused is the only thing that truly goes to waste. And listen closely to this. You will never regret being kind, but you will regret being distant. Slowing down. Life doesn't ask you to hurry. Society does. Stillness is not laziness. Rest is not weakness. Simplicity is not failure. Some of the most meaningful moments of my life were quiet. Walking without purpose. Sitting with someone without speaking. Watching the world exist without needing me to control it. You don't need to optimize your life. You need to experience it. Slow down enough to feel it happening. I don't know how much time I have left, but I know this. Life was never meant to be conquered. It was meant to be lived. So, live gently. Live honestly. Live now. Not when you're ready. Not when everything aligns. Now. Because one day, you'll be still, like I am. And what will matter most is not how fast you moved, but how deeply you were here.